The man who served as President Clinton's top advisor when he signed the Defense of Marriage Act now says he hopes the High Court will reverse it and legalize same-sex marriage. Leon Panetta calls Mr. Clinton's move pure politics. And now that he's returned to Monterey, the former Defense Secretary and CIA Director sat down with ABC 7 News political reporter Mark Matthews.
I asked Leon Panetta what was the thinking inside the White House, September 1996. When the president signed the Defense of Marriage Act, denying same-sex couples the right to marry.
You know, President Clinton had run into problems with don't ask, don't tell.
Panetta says the president was in the final stretch of his re-election campaign and felt the country wasn't ready to accept gay marriage.
And I think for that reason, I think he made that decision based on, the politics of the moment.
17 years later, Panetta says the country's undergone a total attitudinal shift on the issue, and what he hopes is that Prop 8 and the Defense of Marriage will be found unconstitutional.
I don't know whether the court will go that far. It doesn't look that based on the arguments we've heard today. But, it could very well be a decision that at least opens the door.
A lot has changed from Panetta's time in the White House and before that as a member of Congress.
The place has become more partisan. It's become meaner than I've ever seen it in 50 years.
And that's what bothers him most, not the terrorists or Iran's nuclear ambition or North Korea. The one thing that worries the former Secretary of Defense the most is a dysfunctional Congress.
As we speak, they are cutting back on flight hours. They are cutting back on air wings. They're cutting back on key training. They're cutting back on maintenance. All of the things that are important to readiness in the military.
Panetta's talking about the effects of the sequester. In his words, a silly and stupid way to cut spending that is intentionally harming the country.
That would have never happened in the time that I was in the Congress. I mean, I think the leaders of the Congress have to say that's unacceptable.
He says the scariest thing is that the American people appear disengaged, to some extent, writing off what happens in Washington.
And that's dangerous in a democracy. I mean, we elect people to govern this country. We elect them to find solutions to the problems we're facing.
Panetta will now resume leadership of his institute here at Cal State University, Monterey Bay, where the goal is to inspire future leaders to public service and elected office. At Cal State University, Monterey Bay, Mark Matthews, ABC 7 News.